Hey, I'm Jonathan Sewell Sales at Bondi's Enterprise Toyota, and today I want to cover my 4 takeaways from my first 5,000 miles in a 2018 Toyota Tundra. The first takeaway. One of the reasons that I choose to drive a Tundra specifically, but also a pickup truck, is because of the comfort and convenience. In this double cab, I do have enough room to transport my 3 sons in the back seat daily to school, but also it gives me the room if I need to take the whole family somewhere, which including my wife and daughter would be 6 of us. So in the double cab, I do have the room. Also in a truck, traditionally they sit up higher, so I like the positioning because since I do live in a more rural environment, out on my 6 acres. If I need to drive around or whatever the case is, I have the clearance that I need, the ground clearance, but also even in this situation where I'm at work and sitting off the pavement, I don't have to worry about anything, so I like that ability to sit up. Of course, in a pickup truck you have a bed, so I can haul the things I need to, whether I got to go to Lowe's and pick up some different things or whatever the case is. And of course, I'm never afraid to hook up to anything, whether it be a boat or a lawnmower, a trailer with a lawnmower, whatever the case is, I can pull it with the 5.7 liter. Now, one thing that I appreciate about this vehicle is this was just a standard SR5. I did upgrade the from the 18-inch steel wheels to the 18-inch alloys. I went with the XD series Grenade, and from the 255/70 tires, I went to a 275/65 tires, which is the same as the TRD off-road package. Instead of the Michelin, I went to the BF Goodrich KO2, and so this is a 2018 Tundra. I did also space it a little bit with a 2-inch leveling kit, and so I had plenty of extra ground clearance, leveled it out, made it look nice, but also didn't have any scrubbing or anything with those tires. So I'm just really enjoyed driving this truck. The second takeaway, again, you talk about a truck with comfort and convenience. One thing about the Toyota Tundra is its safety. So of course you have 8 airbags standard on all trucks. In 2018, you're also talking about Toyota Safety Sense. So Toyota Safety Sense P, and on this vehicle that includes dynamic radar cruise control, a pre-collision system with pedestrian detection. Also you have lane departure alert and automatic high beams. I saved that one for last because that's my favorite feature of Toyota Safety Sense, because it's the one that I use most commonly. Now, as I mentioned before, a couple of standard features on the Tundra. When I did level out the truck, I do have the adjustment of the headlights, which is nice, but also with the automatic high beams, sometimes in a truck specifically, whether it's lifted or leveled or whatever the case may be, but of course, you know, whether you're pulling anything or have something in the bed, whatever the case is, sometimes you tend just the standard lights to shine a little bit higher in the oncoming traffic. Well, with the automatic high beams, I can level that light out, engage that system, and so it gives me best visibility all the time, but it's not me trying to remember to pull the stem back and forth for that. That automatic high beams, of course, uses the camera up top to sense lights, oncoming headlights or tail lights, and it's something that I really appreciate, especially in this truck. So it gives me the best visibility at all times, and also doesn't you know, cloud the vision of others. But what I've learned in my first 5,000 miles is that this truck is so big, and some of the county roads that I drive on frequently, I had to disengage the lane departure alert because it was notifying me all the time and then giving me a sway warning and recommending that I take a break, because just in this big truck, I don't think it's my inability as a driver, but when you're driving those lanes, it's very simple, especially on a narrow county road, that you're going to be on that line or on the white line. So I ended up, after about 2 times driving this truck, I disengaged the lane departure alert. However, in a situation where I went back on the highway or on the interstate, I did engage it again just for a little extra safety. But driving 45 miles per hour or less on a county road, I didn't necessarily feel that was needed. Pre-collision system, fortunately, I haven't been in too many situations with this, but of course that system is designed, if it senses that you're approaching a vehicle faster than what you should be as far as their speed or they're stopped, it will throw a warning up there telling you to brake. I've seen that a couple of times, and fortunately I was able to slow down and brake without the system having to take over that. Dynamic radar cruise control is something I love. Again, all these features are brand new for 2018. In the instances when I was on the highway and driving, I could set that, and it was something that was easy to do and something I appreciated because it was one less thing I had to worry about. The third takeaway in my first 5,000 miles in the 2018 Toyota Tundra is the technology. So I've already mentioned the Toyota Safety Sense. We see a new steering wheel with some of those features on there, but really it's all controlled in the all-new multi-information display. A couple of other benefits with that that I like is, number one, that it shows a digital speedometer. So you do have the option of showing that. And again, that was in a different menu than the lane departure alert that would show, when there's defined lanes. And since I drove most of the time without that enabled, I was able to just use the digital speedometer. And so it gives you a lot more information. And of course, the lighting's a little bit different, so it's a lot clearer to see. Now, as far as the head unit, it is the same and a carryover with the Intune 2.5. Of course, this one's just the Intune Audio Plus, so I do have satellite radio, but what I do most of the time is use the Bluetooth streaming, so audiobooks, podcasts, music, things like that, but it's something that I always have loved and enjoyed, and the 2018 Tundra was no different there. Also, one of the upgrades, because of the automatic high beams on SR5 models, you have the auto on-off headlights, which from driving Tundras in the past is definitely something that I appreciate. It's just one of those creature comforts that I enjoy. So there was a little bit of a different outlay. Not really much of a learning curve, but it's something that I definitely appreciated, and I'm glad that they changed that. Of course, it was a little bit necessary for the Toyota Safety Sense, but I'm all about technology, and I loved it in this truck. The fourth takeaway of my first 5,000 miles in the 2018 Toyota Tundra is this is my most favorite truck I've ever driven. Now, I do have the opportunity, because of my position here at the dealership, to drive multiple trucks. I did want to kind of make this truck a little bit special as the first 2018, a little bit of new experiences, but also since this was kind of an entry-level four-wheel drive SR5, as I've mentioned already, I did upgrade the wheels and tires also, as you've seen, had some custom graphics put on it, but this is just my most favorite truck. When you tie in the comfort and convenience of a truck, which I love, and I don't always drive a Tundra, by the way, also the safety, the new safety features that I got to try out, so to speak, on this Tundra for the first time, and then of course the technology, which I love, and of course the new goodies up here in the multi-information display. This was the most favorite truck that I've ever driven as far as a Tundra. So it's got a lot more technology, and then of course the upgrades that I added, it was just fun. It was of course I'm in sales, so it's an eye-catching truck. It really was able to show and display what the Toyota Tundra is, especially in the 2018. Now, of course, one of the changes that I'm not 100% on, definitely wasn't early on, is the SR5 grille. Kind of hit me sideways a little bit, and of course, with the Safety Sense, there's been some delays in being able to swap that out or have other options. But as far as aftermarket accessories, I have come to appreciate this grille, and I do think that it's kind of growing on me a little bit. One last thing that I'll say about this truck, You know, I drive some pre-owned, some certified and new and different things like that. One thing that I love about the Tundra, and this kind of goes back to a comfort and convenience thing, is the 38-gallon fuel tank. So on this SR5 model, I have the SR5 upgrade and package, and that comes with the 38-gallon fuel tank. So, you know, it's something great every time you fill up this truck to see all those miles that you get with one tank, especially driving back and forth from work as I do. Gives me a longer time in between going to the gas station, and in a situation with the truck where you need to pull something or travel or do whatever the case is. Well, we know the Tundra just doesn't get good fuel economy, but with this bigger tank, it allows you to do more without having to worry about stopping, especially when you're pulling a boat or another trailer. Sometimes it's a headache to find a gas station that you can get in and out of easily. So once you fill it up, you're ready to go, and that just makes everything more enjoyable in this truck. And I just love driving this truck. It's hard for me to let go of it. But thank you for joining me with a look at my 4 takeaways after 5,000 miles in a 2018 Toyota Tundra. This, of course, was the SR5 model. I'm Jonathan Sewell at Bondi's Enterprise Toyota. Please comment below with any questions, call or text for more information, and as always, subscribe to my channel for more information about everything Toyota. Thanks.